Hello and welcome to another stream of the All Cup. Today I'm commentating together with our founder Philip Klein. Welcome, Philip.
Hello there. Nice to see you
And
again.
yeah, so we have the first leg of Group C today, and therefore we are seeing Jonas Bauernfeind, Dominik Haas, Daniel Pernosch, and Manuel Dang in action today.
It's the like I like to call it. It's the death group of the Austrian Legacy League Cup. It's probably one of the fiercest competition in the whole cup. We've got Manuel Danninger, who has won a Legacy Showcase challenge with his deck Ragdella back then. I think we had a whole episode with him back in June. And also we've got our third co-host in this cup. It's Daniel Pernosch. His Twitter tag is @FlyingDelver. Also, we've got the winner from the last COVID season. It had to be shortened because of Corona, because coronavirus hit. But it was Jonas Bauernfeind who has won the last season of the Austrian Legacy League and who's also in this group. And to round it up, we've got Dominik Haas, which is a specialist in his pet tech. In Loam, he plays only Loam, and he plays it a few years now, and he's probably one of the best Loam players we've got in our community. So I'm really looking forward to today, to tonight's stream, and I hope we have a lot of great matches.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing we want. And yeah, I think we haven't talked about the first match we got today, but I think we first rounded out with a little bit of explanation to our viewers that are not that into the All Cup or maybe not have noticed it. So we will just shortly cover the details of the cup and then proceed to the standings of the results we already gathered from the last 2 weeks, and then proceed with our game one. So at first we have our tournament plan. So this is similar to, if you know the soccer rules. We have 4 groups to 4 people. We play double round robin, so each player will face another player 2 times, and the first 2 players will advance in these groups. Then we have quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, and a small final to match out who will get the 3rd place. And yeah, semifinals and finals and small final will all be played out in best of 5s.
Yeah, that's very different from the traditional Swiss system and the traditional elimination rounds. But we try to bring you the most exciting legacy out there.
Yeah, definitely. And with so many matches with each other, we have a lot to showcase here. We have a lot of different decks with 16 people in this competition. We have 13 different decks. And yeah, that's a lot of, yeah, it's just a cool meta I think we have here with various amount of rogue decks and meta decks. Yeah.
Yeah. Will we go through the metagame first? I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
through all these groups, we've got 3 Ragdelver, 2 Devon Texas, and the rest are all one-offs. so Ragdelver is certainly taking the lead here. We've got a band painter list. It's what Peter, my co-host, has played last Saturday.
Yeah.
He went quite well with it. Then we got a Dark Land list. Also, we've got Ad Nauseam Tendrils, John Hogaak, Bug Ninjas. We also seen Bug Ninjas last Saturday. Then we've got My Fringe Shit Combo Pile. It's Black Death. It's not Ibrew, but it's from Yumi and Iowa on MTGO. Then we've got Forkalome, Black Wild Eldrazi, Maverick, 1 Elves, and 1 Omnitel. So I think it's a very, very open meta. It's very cool. The only thing that's strange is we've got no Snowco, no Miracles, and yeah, it's kind of funny, but I like the meta as it is now.
Yeah, definitely. It's. I mean, at least in our community, it's really diverse
Yeah, I
until now.
think.
So I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
think.
quite healthy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And probably your deck, Peter, is the most controlly deck out there in the meta game.
I wouldn't call it controller, but
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, it's definitely something that we can do. So we just covered the standings, I think now. So the first 2 weeks are played, and we have a 3 people lead in Group A with Christian Münster, Christoph Igelsböck, David Binder all on 6 points, while our elf specialist Christian Neutz is unfortunately on 0 points. But yeah,
Yeah,
it
he
happens.
had faced too much Plague Engineer.
Yeah, definitely. And about Group B, we have Andreas Schaubmeier and myself on 6 points, and then Mario Hinterberg on 4 points, and Matthias Höller on 1 point. So everything is still possible in this group too. And so, yeah.
Oh yeah, we had the first draw last time. I'm sure that won't happen that much.
Yeah.
Because of our 60 minutes round time.
But yeah, maybe we will encounter something with controlling mirrors, but with a lot of rogue decks and a few combo decks, I don't think we have that much control elements with. I think we have not a single snow player in this group too, so yeah, definitely not a group to look for draws, I think. So
Oh no, for sure not.
so I think we will now go to our next group, I would say. And yeah, I think we will start with game 1.
We will dive into the game. I will tell them that we can start, and you see me soon.
So yeah, this is now the group we have. We are playing now the first round of Magic. Here we currently see the Corona Mulligan rule in action. This Mulligan rule is invented by the Four Seasons tournament in Italy, and it was made so that that your opponent does not have to touch the cards, and with that there is a little bit more protection from COVID between the
Yeah,
players.
and also during webcam games, it's probably the fairest way to cut your opponent's deck.
Yeah, and I think literally the single possible one we have.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So yeah, I think this is a good rule, and yeah, Dominic already showed us for whom the life points are, and yeah, seems like a keep for Dominic. Or no, Dominic should have lost the die roll. Okay, so it was a keep for both our players, and we have an opening of a polluted delta on the side of Daniel Pernosch.
So Daniel leads with an snow-covered island.
Yeah, so it will most likely be a ponder or something like that.
Yeah, probably. For viewers, this is an open decklist tournament, so everyone knows what they're up to.
Yeah, I think it makes the games a little bit more interesting, because the starting hints are usually much better. Are usually much better in how do you say this, in their matchup, just because they just because the how to say this, because the hand is kept because it's good in a matchup, and not because it's good game for a lot of various matchups.
So what do we have here? We've got a Scrubland, Abrupt Decay, Snow-Covered Forest, Sylvan Library, Duck Confident, and I haven't seen the other 2 cards. I mean, I'm blinded by all the foils.
Yeah, I mean, when if you play this deck for a long time, you will foil it out or something like that, just because you really like that deck. And if you play it a lot, it has a lot more value for you.
Okay, that's a chalice. That's a very nice artwork. It's the one from who's the artist called? It's Seth MacKinnon. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Seth MacKinnon.
Yeah, and was this
It's a judge promo.
a judge promo? Yeah, it was from the recent years, 2019, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was even 220
Even
from
220.
from spring.
Okay. Yeah, I think our judge Jonas Bauernfeind, he's currently playing the parallel game, is our local judge, I would say. I think it's the only level 1 judge we have left. And yeah, he owns them too, I think. They send it now out. We are mail.
And there's the pond from Daniel.
Most likely searching for non-artifact mana, I would say. Just because.
Yeah, because the judge of chalice on 0.
I mean, with Daniel resolving an LED early, it's definitely huge for him.
Oh yeah, the lines of diamond that comes before the chalice is really great. It nets you a lot of mana.
Yeah, and it can discard your hand in favor of Infernal Tutor, so that's definitely a plus point for him. Unfortunately, the picture of Daniel is really pixelated.
It's a little bit blurry here.
Yeah. Ooh, and we have an Abrupt Decay for the LD.
Oh, that hurts. That really hurts now. But I think he has seen the Abrupt Decay with Duress.
Yeah, I think
he
so.
knew about it.
I think so too. But I think this is a Duress, yeah. So
another Duress. I think he will take the Sylvan Library.
I think both cards are fine.
Oh, that's a wonderful Kettle Pit he's got there. I really love the old foils.
Yeah, these are gorgeous.
Oh yeah, the promo foil Dark Confidant is also great.
Yeah, I think what is the discussion between taking Library over Bob? I think Bob is the same for Daniel in this matchup. Because both cards draw you cards, but Bob can be a win condition.
It's more so that 1 or 2 unlucky flips from the Dark Confidant could net you at least 1 storm count or something. Whereas Sylvan Library,
yeah, it nets you 2 storm counts if you draw a card. So
yeah, but you don't have to. So you just activate it for the top for spinning ability, and that's probably enough. But yeah, both cards are really strong in that matchup, and he has to at least take one of them.
Yeah, I mean the other 2 cards were land, so there was no discussion about taking one of those.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Iggy in the chat is calling libraries better with fetches, and yeah, that for sure.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true.
And yeah, but we'll see how it goes. And we have a life from Loam now in the graveyard because of the Duress, and Daniel is going down to 14, I think. Should go down to 14. Okay. So we get in with another hit with our Bob, and he's playing out another threat. So we have now a 4-turn clock on the side of ooh, a 3-turn clock now on the side of Dominic. And with that, it will be really, really close. I mean, Daniel has to do a lot of work now. He's missing a lot of pieces. I think he only has one card or two in graveyard.
And the opponent puts in so much work.
Yeah.
There is the first time he takes damage from it.
Yeah. And Oko is net 0 mana.
Oh, yeah.
A 0 life, because if you play Oko and...
Then you could make a food.
Yeah.
Especially with 5. He has a Red Arbor also, so
it doesn't really matter. And he makes the food. So you just get in for 5 here, I think.
But yeah, I think Daniel can still easily win this. I know he's very patient about his plays, and Storm often can just kill out of nowhere. So Dominic can feel safe and then just dies. But now, for this time, it's already over.
Yeah, it's enough. I mean, the Butcherbark took a lot of resources together with the Abrupt Decay from Daniel. And yeah, with an Chalice on 0, you have a lot of air in the deck of Daniel that don't do anything. And yeah, there's something we haven't discussed about the list from Daniel, at least here. On the right side, or on the top of the screen from Daniel, we see a blurry card. This is Kahira, which is his companion.
Yeah, he plays the companion list from Cliffy. I'm not sure.
I think he made some changes that he thought about the meta himself, but that the inspiration from Kahira comes definitely from Cliffy, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, and I really like it because you can just have a beater out of nowhere for game 2. I don't think you'd ever want to show it game 1 in a non-open decklist tournament, but here I can totally see it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to brew a cat deck or brew, just because it's now common that you play Kahira in your sideboard, or as a companion in your sideboard in Ad Nauseam Tendrils. Just because if you are playing Cat Tribal, nobody would think about that you are playing Cat Tribal if you show off your Kahira game 1.
That seems really cool. I mean, you could just play Savannah Lions and how are they called? The Leonin Arbiter, the Cat Jesus.
Yeah, Cat Jesus Texas with Kahira or something like that.
Yeah, that seems really, really cool, actually.
I mean,
probably somebody should just build this. I mean, it's probably not good, but it's definitely very funny.
I mean, it would be hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
For game 1, but yeah, counterpart is that you're playing a
bad deck.
A bad deck, yeah. Cats and Texas.
I'm all
yeah.
Cats and Texas. He's great. It's probably very bad, but props to the person who 5-0s with such bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you can play. Yeah, I just thought, yeah, the only non-cat you have to play would be Thalia, and then I remember Kira said you are not allowed to play Thalia. That makes it a little bit worse now.
Oh yeah, Kahira says, is a cat elemental dinosaur or beast?
Yeah, something like that.
So you also can't play Wingmare, I think, because is it a horse? Is it just a horse?
I think it's just a horse.
That would make a little bit of a beast impression.
Yeah, just googling it. Wingmare. I mean, it's a Pegasus.
Okay, so it won't work.
It won't work, unfortunately. Yeah, but I think the card is, the design of Kahira is really neat, I would say.
Oh yeah, I actually really like the company mechanic now, the way it is, yeah, with the have to pay free to put them in your hand, and then you can cast it normally.
Yeah.
And I also think with this, with how it is the rule at the moment, you can unban Lurus.
Yeah. About the design of the companions, I think we've stated it in our podcast. If anybody's interested, we do a podcast together with Daniel, and it's called In Response Legacy Podcast. You can check it out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere you like. And there we talked about the design of the companions, and something that I enjoy about companions would be if they empower a single strategy, or something like such as Kahira. Kahira empowers tribal strategies. And this is cool, but you don't want value-based companions. And unfortunately, Lurus definitely falls right into that category. Lurus is just value.
Oh yeah, but Lurus as a main deck card would be so great for a lot of niche decks, for things like Dead Guy Ale or even Deathly Tactics. I would certainly play 1 to 2 Lurus in the main deck.
Yeah, definitely. But I think with this excursus now to a companion, we come back to our match, and it seems like Daniel kept a 6-hander and had a no land, or
No, he fetched.
Yeah, but after Petal Ponder.
Oh,
so
just for the chat, Chino has asked when I'm playing my mesas I got for my birthday from him. I need to brew something up. I mean, I don't got arid mesas to the fetchland. I got sacred mesas. The Pegasi land.
Is this a 3-drop that shits out Pegasi?
Yeah, but it's really bad Felidar Retreat.
Okay.
So at the moment now with Felidar Retreat, I think there is no reason to play the mesas. But Gino, I certainly will play it. Probably in the summer.
Okay, so I think this is a straight up pick for the Chalice.
It's hard. I think the Mox also qualifies. Oh, okay, it's Chalice.
Yeah, I think that the best thing that the Mox can do is now play a turn 1 Bob. I mean, it does something.
That's great, actually. So the turn 1 Bob is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, definitely not. But I think at a turn 1, I mean, a turn 2 Chalice does more. I would say against Daniel if he can't combo on turn 2 now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If it does combo this turn, the Mox would be, I think, the correct pick. And with Ponder here, it was, I think, the correct decision to take the Chalice. So yeah. Unfortunately, with the blue side of Daniel, we cannot count the cards in his graveyard, but it should be Fetchland, Petal, Duress, Ponder, so it should be 4.
Yeah, it's 4. Yeah.
So it's definitely important to remember that the amount of cards in the graveyard of Daniel, and it was a Capped Thunder.
And there's the Misty Rainforest.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So maybe he has another card filter spell or something like that, cantrip, or another discard spell. But what could a discard spell do? I mean, if he has a Thoughtseize or something like that, would it be that impactful to take a Knight, a Plague Engineer, or a Bob? I don't think so, actually.
Is this a Force of Vigor?
I think so.
Oh, that's a really strong play here. Getting rid of the library and the Mox.
And now Dominic is left with 1 land.
I don't think that he has 1 land in hand.
Just a Shelter Thicket. Why would
Tranquil Thicket.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's.
I mean, there's still not a single card he can cast because he's missing the black mana for Plague Engineer and Bob, and he's missing the white mana for his first Knight of the Reliquary.
Oh yeah.
So the Force of Vigor was a really, really strong play on the side of Daniel. And with that, I think he drew the Force of Vigor of the Ponder. Because if he had known about the Force of Vigor, I don't think that you would take the chalice. Because you just take the Bob, let him play the chalice on turn 2.
He can't take the Bob with the Rifts.
Yeah.
Non-creature, non-land.
So it was only Mox or Chalice, yeah. Yes. So yes, I think it's the same now with Daniel playing as it was for you when I played last week on stream. Just because you don't know when the game ends. Yeah, it's with a lot of cards in hand of Daniel, it's just a lot of mathematics for him if he can win on this turn or not. And with fair matchups, it's I think a little bit easier to commentate without the information of the cards in their hands, just because the board state matter a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. And for chat, I think there goes the storm. There's the Dark Ritual.
Yes.
I also think he has pitched the Decay for the Force of Vigor.
Okay. So I think this is the same line. Should be.
Yeah, because he just uses black mana.
Yeah, he's just having black mana. So it should be either a value ad nauseam or he goes for win. I could see both of those plays happening. It just depends, I think, on the first 7 cards draw. If there are lands, rituals, and petals, it could seem good. With a way to record the already used rituals.
Some rituals in the Past in Flames would be enough, actually.
Yeah, I think you still need some petals for the red mana for the Past Flames. I mean, here you have your Volcanic with the Misty. Is this a Chain of Vapor?
Yeah, that's a Chain of Vapor.
And Cabal Ritual. And I think, he goes for the combo now. We will zoom in now for Daniel to maybe see a little bit more. So it was a Preordain, another Misty Rainforest, a Lotus Petal. And I think now we should be a little bit more eager to go off.
Even a Fatal Push. Ponder. Now 9. Misty. Cabal Ritual. I think he just searches for another tutor.
I think we just need a win condition.
Yeah, a tutor or... I think he has to take
Stop now.
it now, yeah.
Yeah,
He's contemplating it.
That was bad. Yeah, we
Double
have...
push is really hard here.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I mean, you just go off on next turn here. You play out your land and maybe do it. I think.
And you sculpt your hand this way that you can easily win next turn.
I think you go for a Volcanic or just play the drop, play the Brainstorm or the Ponder. If you find a Past in Flames, you win on this turn. If not, you go for next turn. Because you or can you? No, you can't because sure you can. Because you have 2 LEDs in hand. I think...
Yes, the Brainstorm?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is correct, because I think I like going for the Ponder here, because it lets you see more cards, and the one card you're missing is either... how's it called? Either the Tutor or the Past in Flames.
Yeah, for sure. I also really like, I like the Brainstorm line here, because if you go for the kill next turn, you can put the card you need next turn on top, and you basically have to discard one card less.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
To have an 8-card hand.
Yeah.
But he goes for the kill now. Whoa, that's interesting.
No, I think he just plays out the mana.
The petal? Okay, because he has to discard. Yeah, for sure. That's.
I think you would in either case play out every artifact man just because if you top decks a chalice, it's bad. I mean, you still have, if you want to keep abrupt decay, it seems fine too. Just because you can have it. And is this a duress?
Yeah, the duress. It's Bob, Plague Engineer, Knight of Liquor. So no discard.
Okay. Yeah, I was zoomed in. Yeah, it's already. I forgot to update the scoreboard. Dominic is definitely one game up over Daniel. And let's see what Daniel does. I think we are now in the end step. Or in the, how's it called? The clean up
Discard
step.
phase. The cleanup phase. The cleanup step, yeah.
Yeah. I'm experienced in this step because I was playing manaless stretch.
Malasech would laugh. And
yeah, I mean, the cleanup step is not really relevant for a lot of various people. It's just so that, it's not a complicated step, but a lot of people are playing it wrong. So if you are playing your first time against manaless stretch and they say go to discard and you say okay, and you throw a cast down, you can't play Brains on end of turn or something like that. And
oh yeah,
a lot of people tried that actually against me, so it's very, very rare, but it can happen. So we see here.
yeah, Manaless Stretch is certainly underplayed in my opinion. It's a very cool and unique angle of the graveyard deck, and it's certainly so cheap that anybody can dive into Legacy with it.
Yeah, you get the deck essentially for around 100 or 150 bucks, and that's got them cheap.
That's certainly cheap for a Legacy deck. It's way less than a single dual land goes to. I mean, I
looked talking about Plateau, but
yeah, I looked the prices up today for Tropical because that's the one land I still need for having all 10 dual lands, and the price is through the roof. Oh my god!
Yeah, I think you just can't get any English copies at 300 euros or something like that, and that's insane.
You know me. I don't care about.
Yeah, you don't care.
I don't care about the language. I don't care about the whiteboard. I don't care about if it's damaged or not. At least it's as long as it's sleeve playable and tournament legal. I'll take it as long as it's cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my god, the cheapest one in foreign whiteboard is about 260 euros. It's just insane. When I got my first, when I won a Tundra 2018 at the Legacy Austrian Nationals for second place, I think the Tropical was about 140. It was
cheaper than Tundra.
It was cheaper than the Tundra.
Tundra was, I think, between 180 and 200 or something like that. And yeah, I mean, I bought my Tropical in February, March for 180, and it was a fair market price back then. And now it's just 300 or you don't have it. And I think we now can see
the winning line here.
The winning line for Daniel. But yeah, I'm currently not sure. I mean, I think he's played another Thunder with a shuffle. This doesn't feel that great for him because he now has no abrupt decay mana untapped. If it doesn't draw a Past in Flames, I think it's a bust. Okay, has the abrupt key because of the fetch. So yeah, that's definitely the controlling line. Forgot about that. So he kept one of these. Yeah, Mika said he got his drop last week for 330, and yeah, it's just insane how. I mean, I'm currently seeing if I buy a second intuition, and I bought my copy for 29.50 back in February, March, and now you can't find anything below $70. So it's.
Oh my god, prices are insane thanks to COVID. Oh my god.
I mean, normally COVID should make them cheaper because you can't play them, but yeah, unfortunately, or I mean, it's really good that COVID doesn't decrease the prices of legacy staples, because that means that the interest in the format is so high that the interest in the format is so high that despite having no possibility to play in person, in a lot of countries the card prices remains the same. That means people aren't selling out of their collections even though they probably have lost their job or something like that. So that's really, really big for our format.
Oh, that's such a sweet line Daniel plays here. He bounces the chain of vapor. He bounces the LEDs with the chain of vapor.
And the last copy will bounce tonight.
Probably, yeah. And there it is. Oh, such a sweet line, just generating for a lot of storm here.
I think the resolving was in the wrong order, because the first thing that should go up is the knight, because you always copy from the copy, so you have to target your own LED. With that you can target your own LED, and from that you can copy and target the Knight of the Reliquary.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't think that it matters now.
No, it doesn't change anything of the outcome, but it would certainly be a more clean way of playing here.
Yeah, definitely. So we have a tutor chain here. So we have 9 storm, and with that we should get now our awesome 10 drills, and the 10 is in the name, the 10 is on the storm counter, and with that
the 10 is in the name. I have never heard that line before. I really love it.
Yeah, I mean, the spell is called 10 drills because of that.
Because of you need storm 10. I never thought of it that way. But I actually killed someone with 10 drills and 4 phoenixes. So
yeah.
Who needs storm 10? My friend have got 4 phoenix and storm 6.
I would alter my grape shot to Twentrils.
Twentrils. So we keep up with the tradition. We play the third game this time.
Yeah.
Like always on stream, all our matches go to game 3.
Not the match I had in second round yet on Saturday. This was the Air Force matchup against Rakalva.
Oh yeah, that was the first match that went to game 3.
Yeah, this was insane. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For anybody who hasn't seen it, Peter faced 3 Delvers on turn 2.
So this was the air part of the force, and game 2 I faced 3 forces.
possible force of negation. It was just over.
and the game was really, really fine for me. It would have been great if it wouldn't matter if the third force was a force, because the last card I played was Divine Reclamation to get them value, and this was the one that was Force of Negation, so so it was extra brutal.
Oh yeah, it was so brutal.
But yeah, things happen in Magic, you have to get over it. And yeah, and I think that the same has to happen here for Dominic, or we see the reverse sweep of Daniel after being down 1 game, coming back in, yeah, the sideboard games. And yeah, I think after sideboarding with having outs to a resolved Chalice of the Void, it's definitely a little bit better, I think, for Daniel, because he is a little bit less graveyard reliant, I would say.
I'm not sure actually. I think at Nauseam Turnus is very graveyard reliant.
Yeah.
He plays one Past in Flames? Yeah, just one. Okay, it's not that graveyard reliant as it was once.
Yeah.
But it still works through it.
Yeah, it's still the most easily line that he can take. So definitely on this side, but I think just look to his deck list a little bit. Yeah, what are the outs we have on the side? I mean, we can go for Tendrils. I think he doesn't play any grape shots. Yeah, no grape shots in his list, and the second out is the Emptied Warrants. And I think Dominic doesn't play any.
No, he doesn't play Will of Summer.
It doesn't play Will of Summer, so Tendrils is really fine.
Yeah, Daniel said to me his out to Veil of Summer is just killing him next turn.
Yeah, because he's playing a lot of discard spells. It's easy for him. He's playing 6 discard spells, and with that before you combo, or if you had Nauseam, you just cast the discard spell after the combo, and this will be Veil of Summer most of the time. And
then it discard 2 hand size in a way that you can easily win next turn.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely on this side. Okay. I don't know if it's for our viewers that the stream is a little bit unstable. No pun intended. Because my dashboard of Twitch is calling that. So if you have any issues with that, maybe I have to upgrade my internet again. It's just saying that it's a little bit unstable for me. Maybe our viewers can clarify that for me. So it could be that that a little bit of a lag is unfortunately due to me. But yeah, now we have turn 1 Chalice on 0.
That's harsh.
Yeah, but the Chalice on 0 isn't that bad, I would say. Just because all your cantrips are still in play, I would say. You still can discard Dominic in this game. Yeah, unfortunately the stream is lagging as hell. That's definitely not what we want. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you on what the problem is. I mean, today we are streaming from a different location because the last few days, or the last 2 events, Daniel was streaming, and today it's my turn. And it seems like that my internet connection dropped down really big, I would say.
Oh yeah, that happens. We will certainly look into this.
Yeah, maybe I have to upgrade the internet again. But I think that the last few streams I did from my place were fine.
Yeah, but today is a very much a big force with all the videos we have to stream here.
Yeah, it's definitely because I have to download the videos we are
from our players. We are streaming and
zooming.
And zooming simultaneously. So
maybe I have to upgrade to 40 Mbits again, or 20 Mbits. No, I'm not streaming via mobile internet. I have a simple LAN connection, and from A1, from A1, and normally it works really fine. It's how's it called? Where the light cables, glass fiber.
Glass fiber, yeah.
glass fiber is up to my street, and yeah, normally the connection is really, really good. I mean, I don't have any problems with watching anything up to I don't know how much, and my OBS is saying me that I'm not missing a single frame. My upload is fine. I'm uploading with 3 kilobits a second, and it should really work out fine normally for 720 pixels. I mean, this is normally over 720
Not back
pixels.
engineer on goblins, probably.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I think it's the one creature type that matters. I mean,
Yeah.
if you are getting cheeky, you could play
Play on cat.
play on cat and play a second one, or no, I think there was some storm decks that were playing how's it called, the thief. There was a 3 CMC thief that was played in standard, and there was the epic thief, the deck, if you remember it. I think it was late 2018 or something like that.
The Epic Thief, yeah, I think it was a precursor of Striflepile.
No, the epic thief was a DES version, or it was a version that pulled out an early thief of Insanity.
Yeah, Thief of Insanity. Yeah, the one from Ravnica, Guild of Ravnica.
Yeah. And this was played as a 4 in the sideboard, because if you power it out in sideboard games early, it just runs away with the game, because you can then play the value game.
A wonderful handwriting of Dominic on his side.
I mean, at least we can
Read it, it's great.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the side of Dominic with the autofocus of his camera is a little bit, yeah, sometimes blurry, but this is definitely the 3 mana Kaya, I would say.
Yeah.
And
Fire or Usurper.
yeah, and this is definitely beating for Daniel, because now he can't just assemble a big graveyard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And yeah, that's enough form of resource gone for him. I mean, at least the clock isn't that big, so he can maybe sculpt his hand. But yeah, it will be definitely interesting. Do you know which are the last cards in Dominic's hand?
I'm not sure actually.
I don't remember the cards after the duress. So yeah, we will see.
Unfortunately, he can't show us, because then his opponent would see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and for the chat, Gino, Forker Loam is always very good, very prepared for any kind of combo matchups. It's always very hard to play against Forker Loam with combo.
Yeah, the ability to power out a turn 1 Jealous on 1 or a turn 1 Jealous on 0 is just really, really obnoxious to play against as a combo deck. I mean,
also it plays the ley lines in the sideboard against graveyard strategies. It has just so many things going on.
Yeah,
the Forker Loam is really a very underrated deck in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Oku and Uryu got this is the attempt of Daniel now. Chain of Vapors, the Jealous 0 for LED. Petal.
And we can see at the Dominic side his wonderful 3D printed big D20 dice.
Which Hogaak dice?
Yeah, they're so great. You can just pull them up, and then you've got a space in them for dice or for tokens, and yeah, they're just so cool. And he makes them himself.
Yeah, he got a 3D printer himself at home. And yeah, here we have an ad nauseam. But unfortunately down from 14 life, which is a little bit low for Ant. It really depends.
It's high enough actually. It'll draw about I think 7 to 10 cards.
Okay. Yeah, that could be enough, but
I'm not sure about the average CMC of ad nauseam tendrils.
yeah, I would need to have the deck list here.
But I think they're about 1.6, 1.5. So on average, you draw with ad nauseam, and on 13 life, you draw 7 to 10 cards.
Yeah, he definitely needs a mana source here. Yeah, the fetch land is already good.
It's a ritual.
I mean, the ritual does nothing, unfortunately.
A petal.
The petal
that's
is great. So you have now 4 mana.
A wish claw. Or
I think it is wish claw, yeah. But I think you just go fetch into. I mean, it depends. You can try to rebuild after this turn, or you just go fetch forest and fatal push that plague engineer. Because now
I think I'm not sure what he flipped the last time. Was it a force of vigor?
For me, it
Because
seems
took
more
4
like
damage.
okay. So it must have been force of vigor or the ad nauseam tendrils.
You mean the tendrils of agony.
Tendrils of agony. Okay.
If it's a tendrils, then it's probably really
Okay. He goes now for
easy to win here.
So he goes here for tropical. So he will most likely ponder or brainstorm even.
Ponder, like you said. We are on Storm 6 now.
But he's still missing mana. He only has a petal and a
Dark Ritual.
dark ritual. But this was a quick one. Yeah.
There's
And now you
Reality.
play petal. Into
Ritual.
dark ritual. Into tutor crack LED. Crack LED in response. Get your tendrils and win. So
And show him the tendrils.
10 is on the stack, 10 is in the name, and Daniel wins the game.
A wonderful match. Really, really cool line. It was a very close one.
Definitely. And yeah, I'm curious if Dominic decided to not board in the ley lines because he wasn't really aggressively mulligan to it. But I mean, he always had a 7-card opening hand with a Chalice of the Void, so
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if he has done anything wrong in this matchup. Leyline of the Void, boarding Leyline of the Void is really hard sometimes versus
yeah,
Ant.
we saw it. He boarded it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so unfortunately he hadn't drawn it in his opening 7, but yeah, definitely I would say good games of both players. And
Yeah, really nice games. Daniel wins 2-1.
And on
And
the
in
parallel
our
match,
backup match, in the backup match, Manuel Danninger versus Jonas Bauernfeind. It's basically Chad Hogaak versus Ragdelver. Manuel Danninger wins 2-1 with Chad Hogaak. And yeah, I think the next game we will see will be what wants the chat to see.
yeah, I think that the next matchup, yeah, we'll discuss. So,
Yeah, we'll just discuss with the chat what the chat will wants to see. If you want to see Chad Hogaak versus
Loam.
Loam,
I think we decided that Dominic Haas will be streaming the whole day today.
okay, yeah.
So I think we will, yeah, So do you want Denia with Chant Hogaak, or Rakdelva against Hogaak Loam on the stream? The first one who writes it in the chat will get the matchup. And Gino, no, we don't have elves this time. We felt the shame that elves had to play against Plague Engineer, so elf is banned from the tournament. So yeah, we will come back in, I think, 5 minutes. Philip?
And then we will play the second match for today.
Yeah. Good.
So, see you soon, and up until in 5 minutes.
Bye. And
Ja, irgendwas Schwarzes hast du noch im Büdel.
welcome back, guys.
So we're back with the next action.
Yeah. So our next players, as you wished, is 4-color Loam against Giant Hogaak. So we have again Dominic Haas against Manuel Dunninger now.
I really like that matchup. It's just so hard for Hogaak to play because of all the hate you can expect from 4-color Loam. But I think it's very rewarding to win such a hard matchup.
Yeah, definitely. But there are a few things that are hard to play because it's always against running around the clock, because if you don't find it early, you hate Giant Hogaak can really power it out and win the game easily, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, you need an early chalice game one, because that's one of the things Hogaak can't really deal with in game one. And then game two, you basically need a chalice, ley line, and probably something to back it up.
Yeah.
Just to not get blown out by the fossil figure. And yeah, I really love Hogaak. I played it myself. I also love the Chunt list the most, even more so than the bug list. But I've played this matchup a lot of my fair share, and yeah, it's just very peak magic actually.
Yeah.
You have so many decisions to make. It's great. And I hope our viewers. Yeah, it's kind of hard always to switch between viewers and listeners, but I hope our viewers this time have also enjoy this match.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, and for a lot of people, Hogaak is the one design mistake in Legacy that's okay from 2019.
Yeah, I mean, Legacy is a format full of design mistakes, so
I mean,
Hogaak is on the it's okay side for sure.
Yeah, for Legacy. I mean, for Modern, it's done its fair share of not being okay, I would say.
oh yeah, it was just Legacy deck was legal in Modern.
Yeah, definitely. I think we go now to boys to
Dominic for sure.
And Manuel Dunninger. I will start the timer now, and I think you will say to them that we will start it. Yeah. So Daniel just calling in with the guys, and yeah, so we're back. We have
Philip, not Daniel.
Yeah, Philip. I'm sorry.
No problem.
So we are now back with Dominic and Manuel. Seems like I think Manuel won the die roll with a 10. And yeah, let's see what he does. Flip, is Dominic's side a little bit blurry for you too, or is it just for me?
It's a little bit blurry.
Okay.
It's his autofocus, I think.
Yeah, I think it focuses to the pit of a finger that he's holding up or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
So we have a mulligan for both players. And yeah, let's see what they do. I mean, it's definitely, yeah. I think Hogaak mulligans down a little bit better than 4-color Loam, because Loam is a little bit more resource heavier, I would say. But yeah, Hogaak has a lot of cards that need a few resources too, just like Vengevine.
Yeah, like I said at first, if the 4-color Loam player lands an early chalice on one, Hogaak can't really recover from that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because your whole plan is to land the one that mills.
Yeah, you need a Stitcher Supplier turn one.
Stitcher Supplier, Faithless Looting, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably your best card in the deck is Stitcher Supplier.
Yeah, it just does too much, and yeah, you just can't win if you just play how is it called? The 2-mana 2/1 that comes back
The
with
Bloodcast?
landfall.
Yeah, you can win with Bloodcast alone.
Yeah, and I mean, if the game has a absurd flow, it could happen that you win with Hardcast Vengevine and Hardcast Bloodcast, but
Well,
yeah.
this happens sometimes.
But there has to go a lot of things wrong. And it seems like Manuel is going down to 5, and Dominic kept his 7. Is his 6. I'm sorry.
Dominic at 6, yeah.
So yeah, while going to the mulligan decisions, we will start with some chitter chatter. So okay, no, it seems like Manuel can keep his 5-card hand, and yeah.
Oh yeah, at least it's not a non-game. I mean, going down to 4 cards is probably too brutal for any non-combo. I mean, Hogaak is a kind of combo deck, but for any pure combo deck, it's just not feasible.
Yeah, and I mean, there are combo decks that really need the resources in hand, just like Ant or TES, because you need artificial mana or mana acceleration in form of rituals in hand, and things like a Stitcher Supply really goes big in this format, in this deck, because Stitcher Supply just mills 3 cards, and I mean, these don't have to be, but these can be action cards. And yeah, it's if you mill good cards with Stitcher Supplier and mulligan to 5 doesn't really matter, because the hand is just absolutely perfect after a few good mills.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
and that's the Faithless looting?
yeah. And this
and
is...
it discards... Oh, that's almost too bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunately... Maybe we can call in with Manuel.
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
Can put it on the top side of the table. So maybe can put it on another place on his... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's better. So it's a Hogaak and a Vengevine. So the action is really big now.
Oh yeah, now it's very it's better for sure.
So you teach him the dredge stress.
Oh yeah.
Put graveyards between creatures and mana base.
He has much to learn, young Padawan.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter what the boards it is for Manuel. He either wins or does not. Was this a green Sunseene for
I think so.
For
yeah,
Dominic?
This was seen it, yeah.
So he's now up 1 mana, and yeah, let's see what he does. Another Faithless looting is good now, but yeah, that means... Does this deck play Rootwaller?
No, for sure not. Oh my god. Okay. I would never play anything else if we would play Rootwaller also.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was just because if this deck plays Rootwaller, or if it does not, you can't power out the Vengevine on this turn.
Nah, you can't power it out with Faithless looting another. But I think he hasn't had the second land, so he needed the looting.
The looting here. So yeah, I mean, if you have the second land, you go Stitcher Supplier, because if you mill a Goblin Gravecrawler, which he did, it would have animated the 2 Vengevines. So the play here for Dominic is to either slam the... How's it called? The graveyard removal land, or
the Bojuka
Bog, or slam a Kai and exile the 2 Vengevines, I would say.
Yeah, it's kind of hard actually. I think the right decision now from the what's this? It's a Bojuka?
I think so, yeah.
That's okay. I think he doesn't care really about this abrupt decay.
No, the abrupt decay is good because he can't animate the root wall, and I think
that's no problem.
the grave crawler, and I think Manuel is down to 1 card in hand.
Okay, yeah, that could be an issue actually.
And now I think he has now 2 cards in hand. And it's the
The
land.
land, and there's the. Did he miss his landfall trigger?
Yeah, he missed it.
He missed his landfall trigger, and there's a grave crawler.
Yeah.
And he cast the grave crawler.
Yeah. With the
There are the Vengevines.
And with the Vengevine comes the Hogaak. And yeah, the game's over.
Yeah.
Let's go to game 2. Yeah, I don't see Dom coming back from this.
Actually, if he hadn't missed the landfall trigger, I would have played the Cabal Therapist first, also, just to hit the Knight of the Reliquary or something.
Yeah, but
because it's basically a free discard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what are cards that you care about now with this board state? I think there are none.
Yeah, only a big Knight.
Yeah, but the Knight with no land and graveyard.
No, I think he can search up a Maze of If. Does he play a Maze of If in Loam?
Can I check it?
Yeah, he play a Maze of If and a Caracas.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I think I would double check for the Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and then you can still
Cruise
play it like the same, and also getting 2 power more on board is probably the right thing to do. So in between rounds, we go over the deck lists of our 2 participants. Tony Carson with 4 Loam has in the sideboard 1 Tabernacle, a Tendril Veil, 2 Swords to Plowshares, 1 Containment Priest, 2 Mad Mage, 2 Thalia Girdle of Front, 2 Plague Engineer, 1 Toxic Deluge, 1 Foster Figure, and 3 Lane of the Void. So basically, what comes in? It's the Tabernacle, it's the 2 Swords to Plowshares. The Containment Priest will come in. I don't actually like it because it just shuts off Vengevines and nothing, and Bloodgust and nothing else. It does not of Hogaak. I also think you would board in 2 Plague Engineers, maybe even a Toxic Deluge, and for sure the 3 Leyland of the Void.
You board in, I think you board in the Tabernacle? Yeah. Tabernacle, Swords, Leyline, Toxic, Containment Priest. I mean, Containment Priest does only something against Vengevine and not against Hogaak, but it does.
Yeah, it just works versus Bloodgust, like I said, and the Vengevines. Plague Engineer can be good, but can be a trap.
I kind of like Plague Engineer against Spirit, or Zombie. Both work.
I actually don't like if you put Plague Engineer on Vampire or Spirit, because then you just overwhelm them with zombie tokens, because you just get your landfall triggers and let your Bloodgust die and get 2/2 zombies all the time. And I often won through a Plague Engineer on zombies with casting Grave Crawlers for all of my mana and just dishing out 1/1 zombies. And that's kind of huge. So I think Plague Engineer can be good, can be a trap. It depends on the board state and on the graveyard state. I'm not sure if I would bring it in. It takes care of a Hogaak. It's hard.
It's a thing that if, I mean, there are a lot of ifs here, but if there is no bridge from below in the graveyard, you can shut off casting a Hogaak, something like that, and it's at least something that can trade for a Hogaak.
Oh yeah, for sure. What I don't like is what I would board out would probably be the 4 Abrupt Decay. They don't do anything relevant in this matchup.
I mean, what are the cards that Dunninger is bringing in?
Oh yeah, let's take a look at them. Manuel has 1 Surgical Extraction, 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Way of Summer, 3 Abrupt Decay, 2 Assassin's Trophy, and 4 Leyland of the Void. Yeah, what he would bring in is probably the Assassin's Trophy and the
Abrupt
Decay. And the Decay, and that's probably it.
Yeah, because you really don't care with Whale of Summer.
Oh, yeah?
I think Whale does nothing.
No, Whale does nothing. You don't care about the fort seasons because
There are no threats that you want to play reactive to or
yeah, sure.
proactive to.
And you need the trophies because the best out of 4-color Loam to win here is probably the Duck Deaths combo. Do they still play it? No.
No, he doesn't play the Dark Depths.
Okay,
But
that's good for Manuel here.
okay. Yeah, because you can't win with a flying threat.
Yeah.
And
I really love that Manuel plays the free of Satio Wayfinder here. Very, very cool.
this one costs 2 mana, am I right?
Yeah, it's a little bit worse, but
A lot
I
better
really like it.
than Chalice of the Void.
Oh yeah, versus Chalice, it's actually a really, really great play.
So, yeah, it's
But he doesn't play a Dryad Arbor, so I think this is kind of awkward.
for Dominic.
Yeah,
Or
for
for
Manuel,
Daniel.
for Manuel. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to play how's it called, the Dried Arbor.
Oh yeah, I also think so. And the Wayfinder is certainly cool. I really like it as digital supplier 5 to 8. But what I kind of miss are the sacrifices outlet with Terran feeders.
Yeah. The problem I see with the list is that you are only allowed. I mean, he's playing 14 fetchland? No, 12 fetchlands.
12 fetches. You play always 12 fetches. Yeah.
Yeah, and with Bio and Badlands, you want to play only black fetchers. And with that, you are only allowed to play 4 green fetchers.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he didn't even max out on them. I mean, it doesn't matter because you are not playing the Dried Up, as you said.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it seems
Yeah,
like
sometimes the Dryad Arbor comes back and bites you because this is the only land and it just does nothing.
okay, and here we have a Leyland of the Void start for
With Wasteland and Mox and probably a Chalice.
no a Bob.
A Bob. Okay,
Should
it's
be
not
Bob.
that impactful.
Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely a small form of clock, and it can do something.
Yeah.
And this faithless looting means that
What I also, yeah,
that Daninger has no remove spell, or he's missing a land for the remove spell for the Leyline. Yeah, and there goes the first bridge from below. And Containment Priest, okay.
from the top. Oh, phew, that's harsh.
And if Dominic has another land, there has to go a lot wrong for Dominic.
That's what I said in the first place. These matches are really, really swingy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And here's the Hardcast Bloodcast. And the Containment Priest.
That's what I also think is a little bit strange in Manuel's list is that he doesn't play Fossil Figure. He plays the Sacred Wayfinders instead of the Karen Feeders. Has more possibilities for pitching the green cards force, and then doesn't take forces.
Yeah, how many green cards do you have in this list? You have the 4 Hogaaks, you have the 4 Vengevines, the 3 Sacred Wayfinders, so 11. If you bought, I think 11 is still too little. But
yeah, and then you bought the 5. Normally
effect.
you bought 40 Ks,
yeah.
So 2/2, and probably 2/3 Fossil Figure, especially in this matchup because all you hate from your opponent is permanent based.
Not all, because one of them is Bochukabok.
Yeah, you can't hit it, but it's still permanent base.
Do you know which card this is? What Dominic played? Unfortunately, it's too blurry for me.
It's
a play engineer.
Yeah.
On zombie? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I also seen zombie.
Okay.
What else could it be? Take a look at the sideboard. No, it could just be Plague Engineer.
Should be Plague Engineer. And I'm not sure why he didn't went in with the Containment Priest.
Maybe thought the Bloodgods can block.
Maybe.
These things happen.
Yeah, could be. I think they're correcting now life totals down to 16 because Dominic didn't -2 for the Containment Priest. Yeah. And here we have the correction. And yeah. Do you know which permanent type Dominic hit?
What do you mean? What?
With the Plague Engineer. Did you say it's zombie?
I think it's zombie, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, it's
it's
a
a
meddling
mage. Okay.
It's a meddling mage, okay. Yeah, with all the promo files, I mean.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really blurry for me. Are you in the chat currently, Daniel? Daniel, Philip.
You mean
In stream chat?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm currently went offline from a smartphone, so that maybe my internet connection got a little bit more fixed. So I literally turned off everything that can download something or upload something.
Okay, yeah. And there's a sword on the Bloodgods.
Yeah, and that should seal the deal even more. Now he should get in for 7, for 6, down to 11. Has a 2-2 block, and
Yeah, Force of Vigor would be so great in this game. Oh my god.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
That's the Wayfinder. Oh.
Is the Wayfinder 1/1?
It's a 1/1, yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's 2 mana for 1/1. I mean, you played it in the modern version.
Yeah, I mean, what was the reason to play it? Force of Vigor? I think because we have a higher density of rest in peace in the format, I would say.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, I'm not a modern guy, actually. And the deck was about... it was 2 months old when it got banned, so... I only know that Hogaak is responsible for 3 bans. For Bridge from Below, from Fectus Looting, and for Hogaak in modern, and...
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Yeah, the sins were Hogaaks and not the other ones. But yeah, I mean, normally I would say it is a mistake to play second Leyland, but because we have open information and Dominic knows that Dunninger isn't playing Force of Vigor, that the second Leyland is absolutely correct.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. With Assassin's Trophy that can't be played, I mean, it's basically game over here.
Yeah.
There it takes for 4.
Another jump block down to 5. And if it isn't a creature, he will just pass. And yeah. I mean, I think it's not correct to name Assassin's Trophy in spot. I think the correct thing would be... I mean, it's the... Yeah, I mean, Abrupt Decay doesn't hit...
Hit Leyland, no.
Doesn't hit Leyland, so yeah, it's... Yeah, my mistake. Because I was just thinking, yeah, there are 3 Abrupt Decays on the side of Dunninger, so it would be the correct name that you named the one that has the high density.
Yeah, that's what I meant at first time. With a deck like Hogaak or with Dredge, you need always to have 4 to 6 answers to Leyline, because that's the card that wrecks you the most.
Yeah.
And I think he was just too scared of facing other combo decks with the 2 Whale of Summer, because they are definitely not traditional in Hogaak, the Veil of Summer.
Yeah.
So I think the 2 Veil of Summer should at least be two forces.
Or 2 forces.
2 forces. And when I play Hogaak, I always play the 4 Leyline, the 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Abrupt Decay, 2 Assassin's Trophy, and 3 Force of Vigor.
Yeah, I definitely see that. And I mean, we did it too, that we mapped our opponents in this league a little bit. I mean, I did it more, and I collaborated with you then. And we were talking about what we expect the other players to play. And yeah, maybe he did it too and thought, because there are 2 out of, or 2 to 3 out of 15 opponents that are playing a tendril stack. And there are actually now only 2 and not 3. So it's maybe correct to board to have the Wave Summers.
Oh yeah.
Because we have you on Black Death, we have Daniel on Ant, and we had maybe Andy on DS. So
yeah, but Andy is not playing Ragdoll, so
yeah. I mean, and I think Leyland is now a little bit of an underrepresented card in the meta game.
Yeah, also, but Hogaak is really a good choice for this meta game. It's just this one deck that's really hard.
Yeah, definitely.
And because when we mapped out our opponents, I thought the best thing I could do probably was to play Dredge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it just would wreck the whole meta game. But I choose against it because I wanted just to have fun. I don't care about winning in this time.
I mean, it's the same for me actually. I mean, if I wanted to win it or something like that, I would play my more or less tuned version of our color control painter. But I really want to have fun, play with lines of diamonds, and yeah, just brewed up banter before the tournament, played it a little bit online, and yeah, submitted it.
Oh yeah, and that's a great thing about this. Just playing what you like. That's legacy.
Yeah.
Not always going for a tier 0, tier 1.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's the style I like about it too. Just you can play a lot of different stuff. You can brew something up, and these are not 12 rounds like a 15 rounds like GP or something like that. And yeah, so everybody has a win condition, even though the win percentage shouldn't be in your favor. And yeah, we have a Leyland of the Void turn 1 again. Or in the opening hand again for
Dominic, yeah.
For Dominic, yeah. And let's see what he does.
I think Mel has the Assassin's Trophy this time.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's just waiting for cracking the fetch end of turn and playing the trophy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, he goes for a Gravecrawler. He plays to the board.
Frets him a little bit. Gravecrawler is a 2/1, am I right?
Yeah.
Ooh. And yeah, I was thinking about what he could hold in his hand, and it was the Swords to Plowshares. And yeah, now another.
But it just hit a Gravecrawler. That's kind of okay for the weird player here. If it would hit the Stitches Supply, it would be more devastating.
Yeah, but with Leyland on the board, I think it's okay to hit the Gravecrawler. It really slows the Hogaak player down a lot, I think. The crucial.
Depends. If there's now the SS trophy, then there will be now for sure a good play from Menno.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the first turn was for Dominic, because he hadn't played his swamp. Maybe he drew it for a second turn, or
Yeah, he drew it.
He drew it. Okay.
Yeah, and there's trophy
Yeah.
on the ley line.
And this is main phase of Manuel.
Oh yeah, that's main phase. Oh my god.
So he gets his draw. But he still had land drop left. But yeah, I think I'm not sure about this, because even if you have the third land, I think you want S trophy on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, I also
just because
think
you need the mana to go off in this short of a window, because now Manuel has the chance to slam another
Leyline.
if he had it. I mean, it's unlikely, but yeah.
It could happen. It could definitely happen. With a bubble board, draw 2 cards.
I mean, this is a
You
Stitcher
just
Supplier.
need a lane.
I mean, here I see the point in sacking Stitcher Supplier to Cavalry Therapy, naming Leyline. I think this wouldn't be the worst play, am I right?
It wouldn't certainly be the worst play. It depends on what the contents of his hand are. If he has enough follow-up to get the Hogaak out next turn, then it would be okay. Besides that, I don't think I would do it. But I also would have waited for the trophy until this turn.
Yeah. I mean, I would do it in the end of turn now.
Yeah.
Because it's... I mean, with only Leyline, it could be okay. Because you still have cards remain in the graveyard.
Yeah, but they're not enough, usually.
Yeah, and even with that, I would have sacked the Stitcher Supply, I think, for the Cavalry Therapy. Just to get a look at his hand, how to play around it, and have the value, because the only thing that excites your whole graveyard is Hogaak. And you're already, I would say, half committed with this graveyard.
Yeah, half committed is a really good term here.
Yeah.
And that's Stitcher Supplier. That's actually great, yeah.
Yeah. With that, you should get the Hogaak out now. Yeah. I mean, this Hogaak doesn't, or this Hogaak isn't bad for Dominic. Because you have the Oko on board, you can elk the Hogaak. I've played Hogaak against Oko back in Bishing last year, and yeah, elking a Hogaak doesn't seem fair. You play Unfair Magic, and now the Unfair Magic is a 2.
Oh my god, there's the altar. Oh, that's probably game.
Yeah, this should be game if it is on the stack. Or
if he plays it well, then it's game now.
I think he still has to get something, but you have I think 18 cards to mill.
You have now 6. You need 8 cards now for the Hogaak.
Yeah.
And you need to hit 1 bitch, then you can kill him.
Yeah. So you sack the Hogaak.
You sack the Hogaak, hit 1 bridge, then you can sack a Stitcher Supplier for getting 1 token, sack another Stitcher Supplier for getting a 2nd token, cast the Hogaak again, and then you can sack the Hogaak, get another token. And you have I think 6, 8. You have 16 cards. In your top 16 cards, there has to be 2 bridges for an immediate kill.
Yeah, I think this should get there. I think. I mean, you can't get out Vengevines because he already casted 2 creatures, because he had cast 1 Stitcher Supplier, and there is an untap. Oh, I mean, the Leyline doesn't matter that much.
Nah, you can still kill him.
But you elk the altar and you play the Leyline this turn, am I right?
Yeah, probably. Probably elk the altar and play the Leyline.
I mean, you still have to get something out there. I mean, the Leyline is a number. I'm not agreeing here. I mean, yeah, a land drop still guarantees.
If you land and play, I don't think I would sack the. Yeah, I don't think I would sack the Stitcher Supplier here.
I mean, it wouldn't have sacked the first one.
Maybe I can see why, because it gets you more fuel into the graveyard.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Here we see elk.
Yeah, and you need the elk altar for convoking Hogaak.
And here, if Manuel has a land drop left, and they should guarantee it with, I think, 2 favors looting in the graveyards.
Yeah, right play if it doesn't have anything in hand would be to loot. Wayfinder.
Okay. How is Wayfinder worded? Are you allowed
No,
to?
you put one. Yeah, you put one into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. It don't mill. It doesn't mill.
Okay.
You get 2 blood ghasts, free blood ghasts.
Yeah, and with that gets the Hogaak, and yeah.
Maybe you should also attack here before.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that's a nice play here. Managing your resources.
Yeah, definitely tapping the non-attacking creatures here, because there are only a few left in the graveyard, and you definitely want the faithless lootings and the discard. Yeah, it's definitely hard now for Dominic to come back.
Oh yeah, and that's what I said. It's just a really interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's really swingy.
And now all bloodcasts have haste.
Yeah, the thing that we would need here, I think that the single thing that could get him out here would be a Toxic Deluge here.
Yeah.
Because Toxic Deluge would just clean up the board.
You elk the Hogaak and then you play it paid free.
Yeah. Everything is exiled. And the resources in the hand of Manuel are really slim now. I think I haven't seen the second S-Trophy getting milled. But yeah.
No, he still has it in a deck.
But yeah, getting rid of this board would definitely mean something.
And another looting, okay. What does he search for?
Maybe for another S-Trophy. Okay.
Discard Gravecrawler and Hogaak?
I'm not sure why you would search for something. I think that the board state is winning next turn. There is,
yeah, probably.
I mean, does Hogaak have trample?
Yeah, it does trample.
Okay, so you can at best block 3 damage next turn. I mean, you can block 6 damage next turn. At best. And that means that
He can have therapies. Oh my god, 3. That's really great. And
he named it. Oh
no, with the second one. He named it with the second Camel Therapy.
Also, had he?
Yeah, the second one, yeah.
Wow. That's so bad. I mean, if you top deck the Toxic Deluge, we are still, or he is still in it.
Very nice play from Manuel.
Yeah, definitely. Playing both copies out is definitely the correct play here. Yeah, another Dried Arbor to block another point, a few other points of damage.
Elkin Hogaak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elking the Hogaak.
But now there's no Sunbeam play, so no Gravecrawler return.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. I'm really curious how big the hand size of Manuel is. Maybe it's just like the single card drew for turn. Then Oku can still win this.
Oh, man. Oh, that's just
Wait, and hurts.
too brutal here.
So you have to jump Wenchman and a 3/3, and he does get in for effectively 6 damage. So he goes down to 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would have been lethal.
It would have been lethal, but with the life gain
Food
from
token, yeah.
the food token, he goes down to 3. But still has to jump Vengevine and another 3 token. Yeah. And so there is 1 card left. No, there is not a single card. Sure. Toxic Deluge still does win the game because you have the life total from, or the life gain from Oko. But yeah, unfortunately for Dominic, he falls now to Manuel Danninger. So we have a 2-0 victory.
2-1. Dominic won the second game.
I completely missed the second game. Yeah, this was the 2 lane game. I'm sorry.
The 2 lane game, yeah, for sure.
2-1. So the tradition still continues.
It stands. And I'll take a look into the backup match.
Yeah, I will move with you. I'm just...
So they are now on game 3, actually.
Okay, so it's 1-1. So we have here on the right side Daniel Pernusch. And on the left side
It's Jonas.
Boundfeet.
And there it is over. Oh my god.
Okay, so...
I'm not sure now. No, it was a Duras.
It was just a
Okay.
Duras. It wasn't that bad.
And that's the Delver.
Yeah.
For Jonas. And a fatal push from Daniel.
Being the control style.
Yeah, bye Delver.
Ooh, unfortunately no second land for Daniel.
But it's basic, he doesn't need second land.
Yeah, not really. So
For 2 mana, here comes the Dreadhorde. I think.
I mean,
I'm
should
pretty sure.
be. Or
Pretty sure.
Tarmogoyf. No,
It's a Dreadhorde.
Yeah, definitely the better card. So maybe Daniel is missing his Fate push now. Because
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, no, the second one.
but yeah, doesn't play around the days here. I mean, I think
If it
Jones
is,
would have dazed turn 1.
yeah,
Should be a ponder, yeah.
yeah, it's a part from Lorwyn with the naked merfolk on it.
Have you seen the altered ponders of Pen?
No.
Wow, these are gorgeous.
Okay.
He had, I think, the first ponders with the balls in really nice. And
Yeah.
he got his Lorwyn extended altered with different kind of shells on the bottom, and these are really cool.
Okay, that seems great. I need to check them out.
Yeah. And here we have a Tarmogoyf now on the board, which is 4/5.
Connects threat. It's just insane how threat dense Delver can be.
Yeah, and let's see a third fatal push now.
I think he just plays 2 in his sideboard.
Okay.
I take a look. Okay, it's still a manual stack.
Yeah, I will update it for next time. I'm a little bit. I'm opening my text files, and he has 2 fatal pushes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 fail push and 2 abrupt decays.
Yeah, but yeah, I think maybe Tamagotchi is a abrupt decayable card.
Oh yeah, for sure. It always was and always will be.
I think, I mean, I have to see if there are a lot of, how to say this, permanent-based hate from Bond fans. And yeah, there's just a single graph disk cage as permanent-based hate. So maybe you want to extract, use literally every of your remove spells for creatures. And yeah, here we have the second Dreaded Arcanist.
Arcanist.
And yeah, this is really
Delver. Delver magic.
Delver. Yeah. I mean, these are sometimes you have these draws and sometimes you do not. And yeah.
But more often than not you've got them because of the 10 cantrips you two are playing.
Yeah. I mean, he played a cantrip and found a threat. I mean, it's statistically in his favor, I think, but you can expect it to due to variance that most likely he will play 3 creatures in the first 4 turns.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just because with Ponder, Brainstorm, and a lot of other cards, it's insane.
At the third Dreader.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What would I give for an Ancient Explosives? I mean, but there are only 3 cards in hand of Jonas currently. Yeah, and then Elias really missing his land.
Yeah, missing the land drops is probably what costs in the game here.
Yeah. And yeah, I think he knew that it was a greedy heap, I think. Because if he fetches with just a single land for the basic on turn 1 and he doesn't find another land for the next 2 turns.
His hand is probably full of cantrips that he can't cast.
Yeah. And just because of that, it could be correct to fetch turn 1 for the Underground Sea to cantrip. The duress makes only sense to me if it hits a Graph Digger's Cage or goes for some removal of a Force of Will or something like that. Just because you really need to go off early against Delver.
Yeah.
Because if they can stack or make their hand better with Dreaded Arcanists, the game is pretty much over.
Yeah, then suddenly they've got all the counter magic and everything they need.
Yeah. If
But it's just such a powerhouse.
Yeah. If Dreaded attacks and you have now 5 cards in hand and 2 of them are forces. And I think the game is over. He showed us double Force of Will and a Bolt. And with that, our second round is won
by Jonas.
2-1 by Jonas. And Jonas has now 1 win, 1 loss today. Daniel has 1 win, 1 loss today. Danninger has 2 wins today. And unfortunately,
Dominic is 0-2.
Currently 0-2, but we will see Dominic in the final game of today. And let's hope that he can win his last match of today, of the first leg of
really wanted to say Game of Thrones.
I mean, we have to play the Game of Thrones. We have to make a picture of the win of this old cup and
put it on the Iron Throne.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we will come back in
5 minutes when the next round starts.
And so we go into the post stream and let's see you soon.
Bratzt mir du jetzt auch wieder her, oder was?
And welcome back.
Welcome to the Group C, the first leg of the Group C from the Austrian Legacy League Cup. We are now playing the third match of tonight. We're facing Dominic Haas versus Jonas Bauernfeind. Dominic Haas on Loam versus Jonas Bauernfeind on Ragdelver, the Tier 1 deck that's breaking up Legacy at the moment. And probably the biggest predator of any Delver strategy out there for the Loam list. What do you think about the matchup in this situation?
I think it's really draw dependent. For me it's like every Chalice and blue deck. It's really dependent if you are on the play or if you're on the draw, just because Chalice on the play turn one is just insane. So
oh yeah, for sure.
It depends a little bit for me on the dice roll, but I would personally favor Ragdelver a little bit. I would say it's a 55 to 45 matchup for Ragdelver.
I'm a little bit different. I'm thinking Loam is here very favored. I think it's more of a 55 to 60% matchup for Loam because of all the removal. You can easily take care of all the Okos and all the Red Arcanists that the Ragdelver is swinging at you. So, and this paired with huge Knights and Chalice of the Voids on one is basically, I don't want to say it's an easy matchup for Loam, but if one deck can go toe-to-toe with Ragdelver, then it's Loam.
Yeah, definitely. I completely dismissed Knight of the Reliquary, and Knight of the Reliquary against the Battled Arcanist deck is definitely a beating. And yeah, another thing that we have to admit is we have from the sideboard out Black Engineer, which is real big actually against Delver, because on Wizard it deals with both Delver Secrets and Dread Arcanist, and this is really big. It goes even with Tarmogoyf because it has Death Touch, and definitely a fun matchup, an interactive matchup for sure. It's just not a game that runs away from one of those players, and for that I think we don't want the viewers to wait any longer. And
just a little bit in our own case here. If you like our streams, if you like what we're doing, just check us out on Twitter. Follow us. It's at Austrian_Legacy. You can check. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's just search for Austrian Legacy League. All the VODs, all streams will be VODs and will be uploaded there. And just give us a subscribe button, and we will be very grateful for this. And also, myself, Peter, and Daniel are hosting a Legacy podcast. It's called In Response, a Legacy podcast, and you can find us on all big streaming platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Stitcher, Deezer, basically everything you can think of. And you can leave us a review on iTunes and give us some stars and maybe write something. It would be very helpful for us. If you like what we do, then just rate us. It's very great, and we will be very thankful for this. So, we don't want to let you wait anymore. We will now dive right into the matches.
Yeah. So, let's show you this. By the way, one thing that Philip forgot, follow us on Twitch if you haven't. It helps us out greatly so that we can be affiliate for Twitch in the near future. And Philip just told...
That's true. I totally forgot. We just need some followers. We just need to stream a little bit more. Being affiliate will help us host all these things and so that we don't have to pay everything out of our own pockets like we do at the moment. So every resource we get will be put into this stream and will be put into the Austrian Legacy League or into the In Response podcast. So if you want to help us, then just subscribe.
Subscribe in a few weeks when we.
Just follow us. So yeah, and then subscribe.
So yeah, our 2 players now shuffle their libraries, do their Corona shuffle mulligan, and yeah, we'll see in a few minutes how this matchup will play out.
Yeah, for anybody who has just tuned in, you can. We've got the Cardboard Live add-on for Twitch. We have the deck lists from our participants. You can just hover above the blurred cards on the left and the right side and click on it, and then you can take a look at the deck lists that are being played.
And for anyone that is asking, I will just update the deck lists in this exact moment.
Yeah, the left side from Dominic, that should already be
the same.
The right deck, yeah, it should be the same.
And on the right side we have Jonas Boundfind
on Ragdalva. Yeah. And Dominic leads with a Fetland.
Yeah, should be in Volcanic Island Delver go.
On Jonas' side, yeah, Volk Delver. Dominic can't find what he is searching for. There it is, his Snow-Covered Forest.
I mean, it happens way too often that you search for your one basic, that you have one of a kind in your deck, and it would have been the next card that you would draw.
Oh yeah. Too often it happens all the time for me.
And I think that the version that Dominic is using is one from the new Syndica Return to Episode 3 or something like that.
What do you mean?
the Return to Syndica is it that?
Okay, that can be possible. I haven't seen the artwork.
Yeah, this is the new expedition artworks.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure how the lands are called, or how the set is called. The second one.
Syndica Rising.
Syndica Rising, yeah.
It's Syndica Rising.
So it should be the Syndica Rising land. Or
the promo, yeah.
One of those. Okay.
Attacking with an unflipped Delver. Each point of damage is important.
So it really seems that Dominic has an abrupt K open, I would say.
Yeah, he probably waits for the Dragon Arcanist here.
Yeah.
It's definitely the choose your target to hit.
Yeah, I think he would have done it with an flipped Delver here for sure. But yeah, getting out Oko is...
It's an Uro.
Uro. But is this a hard cast ace?
It's a hard cast ace, yeah.
Wow. That's bad. And no flip for Jonas here. So yeah. And another fetch land. I mean, there is a card in Dominic's deck that is really, really good in this matchup. And this is for me the... How's it called? The Felida Retreat. The
Felida Retreat, yeah. Once it gets... once it resolves, it probably wins you the game.
Yeah, because Tamgoev doesn't get through. You can't really attack with a Dread Arcanist. And yeah, you can pressure the board back really, really big.
You get so many tokens.
And what is that now?
It's an Oko. The Oko makes a food.
Okay, yeah.
Big food wars going on in Legacy since 2019.
Yeah. Have you seen Food Wars, the anime?
No.
I mean, this is great. But I have...
I know about it, but it's certainly not my jam.
I mean, I have to admit, you are not allowed to watch it in the evening or while laying in bed. Not because of nudity or something like that, just because you get so hungry while watching the anime. I mean, it's at least for me, because yeah, it's just insane. They're cooking the whole time. They're only telling you about how good the food is they're making, and yeah, it's insane. but But I like the story and the storytelling in this. It's one of the Shonen Jump animes that I really like.
And there's a wasteland on the tropical.
Yeah. Definitely a good land to hit here.
And
I mean,
another
it's
Oko?
second one.
No,
No, it's
Uro.
Mandrills.
Hooting Mandrills.
Hoot hoot.
Yeah, I gotta say Dominic has certainly the best swimming setup here.
Yeah, the setup
the
is
easiest to
really
see.
cool.
I gotta say I'm going to steal this.
Yeah, me too. I asked him how he does it. Do you know if he does it with a selfie stick or something like that, or with a box?
I'm not sure. I know I will build it with some styrofoam
Okay.
because I can't just bring it home from my work and just make a little like a ceiling. I'm not sure how like a little carport for my webcam.
Yeah.
Just from up above.
So it will be similar to Münster's setup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the Oko resolved and alked the mandrills. And the Delver are not flipped. The Delvers are out now for 5 turns or so.
And still not flipped.
Ah, that's amazing.
We could say these are manual Delver.
Yeah, definitely.
For our listeners, for our viewers who don't know, in the group D, there's a guy called Hogaak. Shout out to him, and he's famous for his Delver not flipping.
And actually, he is also a great player, we have to admit. He went, I think, in 2017 in Prague to the top 8.
2016,
Okay.
MCAM Prague top 8, just losing in the quarterfinals to GPA. So
GPA should be a known face in the community.
Oh yeah, for sure, and that just got eliminated there, and he also kicked out Rodrigo Togores from the Swiss rounds. So we have certainly good people in our league, good people in our community. Really grateful and really thankful for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think our community has a nice bond between people who we can see achieved something in the likes of Legacy in Europe, and ones that are complete newcomers, and yeah, we have a good variance between those, and yeah, I think most of us enjoy coming each week, playing Legacy, and
yeah, I think the skill level is pretty high, because the competition is really good and really invested in the format.
Yeah.
So when there are more paper Legacy events again, like the MKM series, or maybe even a European Legacy GP, then you will certainly see the whole group traveling there.
Yeah, I mean, not the whole group, but a lot. But I think a few to a lot of people of us will be traveling.
Yeah, last time before COVID hit in Prague, we were 16 people playing Legacy.
Yeah, Prague was amazing.
Yeah, it was huge. It was so great.
I mean, we were, I think, together as 5 people playing in Barcelona back in the days, 2019. Oh, yeah. I was last year in Beijing in the All of Legacy tournament with Julian Knapp and James Shu. And yeah, unfortunately this year, not a single big Legacy event. We were all hoping to play something, and yeah.
Yeah, COVID hit. Oh my god. Oh yeah. That beats.
And a short update: Delva hasn't flipped. I mean, it's a tragedy.
And there's the Night of the Reliquary we talked at first. It's 5-5 now.
Yeah, but there is Oko on the opposing
side. Okay, it's
Oko. So it's a 3-3.
And a force on the Knight.
A hard cast force, nevertheless.
Oh my god. And the Delver flips. Oh my god, the Delver flips.
With a bolt. that cleans up the field.
The opponent even claps. That's peak magic here.
I think this is turn 8 or something like that, or turn 7.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's at least 6, and I think it's at least 7 because there was a wasteland, so 7 or 8. And yeah, I think there was 1 or 2 ponder, or not a single ponder. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't drawn a lot of cantrips this game.
Yeah,
He's drawn 2 Ogres. I mean, 2 Ogres are probably enough. And unflipped Delver.
2 Ogres, a usable days, and a force is just good to go.
Oh yeah. Don't forget the unflipped Delver.
Yeah, the flip Delver.
Is it not flipped?
It's flipped last turn of a bolt.
Of bolt.
Or a chain lightning, I'm not sure. And I think Jonas is playing a forked bolt too in his list.
Oh yeah, a one-off.
Is it in the main deck or in the sideboard?
It's in the main deck. He plays a forked bolt in the main deck. I think that's a very spicy but really cool with Resurgence of Elves and Goblins.
Yeah.
So you can you often need you need all the removal you can for Alice or Shepherd because of the unconquerable clause.
Yeah.
And that's a bolt to the face.
Yeah.
So game 1 goes to Jonas.
So let's update the stream. I think you have to remember me, so that I won't forget for next game.
Okay, yeah, for sure. you mean we will go to game 3 again?
Yeah, let's hope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
let's give the people some action. Yeah. So for sideboarding.
Okay, let's go. Peter, you're just now a little bit. I haven't understand anything now.
So yeah, let's go over the lists a little bit.
Oh yeah.
What are the cards to look out for?
So in the sideboard from Jonas, we've got 1 Blazing Volley, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 3 Pyroblast, 1 red Elemental Blast, 2 Surgical Extraction, 2 Abrade, 1 Sylvan Library, 2 Winter Orb, 1 Bloodfist, God of Destiny, and 1 Submerge. I can definitely see him bringing in the Bloodfist.
Yeah.
Also the library, and maybe even the Winter Orbs, because the Loam is still a little bit mana hungry.
I think yeah, the problem is with Winter Orb,
yeah, he plays the Moxen.
Yeah, with Mox Diamond it's a little bit hard. I think the Abrade are the cards you want to bring in.
Okay, I can see this, yeah.
Because there is Mox Diamond and Chalice of the Void, and you can kill small knights with it.
Yeah. Would you bring in the Pyroblast?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's only 4 cards. But what is your answer to Oko? I think the answer to Oko is Force of Negation.
Yeah, probably.
Or Force of Will, yeah. So I think I think I wouldn't bring in Pyroblast or Red Blast. I wouldn't bring in the Surgicals. Or maybe the Surgicals. Yeah, the question is if you want the Surgical Life from the Loam. It's the only card that is Surgicalable.
Or
the Knight. I mean, a Surgical on the Knight it could be really big too, but traditionally a Surgical on the Knight was pretty much game over because there weren't any real win conditions left. Now if you Surgical on the Knight, he still has the Uro, the Okos, the Kayas as okay win condition, I would say, and the Felle, the Retreat.
Oh yeah, the Retreat is huge in this matchup.
And yeah,
for Dominic, he has 1 Tabernacle, 2 Swords and Plowshares, 1 Containment Priest, 2 Meddling Mages, 2 Thalia, Garden of Raven, 2 Plague Engineer, 1 Toxic Deluge, 1 Force of Vigor, and 3 Leyland of the Void. In my opinion, I would certainly bring in the Tabernacle, the Swords, and the Plague Engineers.
Yeah, I like the Failures a lot.
Oh yeah, they're also really good.
So there are a lot of cards you want to bring in actually.
But failures don't favorably block the Arcanists.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about them because they slow your own removal.
Yeah, the thing with maybe you want to, yeah, the problems with swords is that you really want the chalices.
Yeah, that's the next.
So
Yeah.
so maybe you won't board in the swords because you are playing for abrupt decays and an assassin's trophy.
Oh yeah. That's true.
But
Maybe even go that far to bring in 2 meddling mages.
yeah, the meddling mages could be huge on Oko. But the problem is,
Want to deploy your own and then follow
Yeah.
up with a meddling mage on Oko.
but with bolt, chain lightning, and forked bolt, there is a lot of things that can kill the meddling mage.
Oh yeah.
So it would be, maybe we have to do this after the second leg of each group. Maybe do a turnaround talk with our players here to do some kind of interviewing round to ask them about their sideboard plannings against the group or something like that.
Oh yeah. That would be cool.
I think we have to do something like that.
I think we could even do it after the first leg.
Yeah, I think I mean, we could ask them, but after the first leg, it could give away valuable information about your deck to the
Yeah, sure.
opponents. Because let's say Haas is boarding out Okos and Urus because he wants to blank the Pyroblasts, then Jonas won't board in the Pyroblasts if he would board it in.
Oh
this
yeah.
game.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So you think, so you've said like just interviewing the ones that fell out of the tournament
Yeah.
after the second leg. Yeah.
I mean, we could interview everyone. It would make any difference, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the matchups with, as we discussed at the game, is completely one-offs.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
So we see a Delver. Was this a turn 1 Delver on the side of Jonas?
I think it was a turn 1 Delver and turn 2 Wasteland.
Okay. And a Bolt or a Daze for the...
A Daze, yeah.
Okay. Okay. He puts a food token on top of the deck. So... just as a reminder, don't forget to flip his Delver. Or hopefully flip his Delver.
To stack his triggers right, because both triggers are there.
Yeah.
And another Wasteland. Oh. Whew.
I mean, he really needs to have a play here, Dominic.
Oh yeah. Just wasting and doing nothing isn't enough.
So he puts the 3 cards into his hand. Let's see how much he keeps. Just 1, so no life loss from the library. For next stream, I have to make me some coffee in between rounds. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, the next stream will start even later.
I think it's 8
Then
o'clock
this-
or something like that. For us.
20:30.
20:30 even.
20,
But it's a
30.
Friday, I think.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Okay, so next... So just as an advertisement, next stream is, I think, Friday the 11th December.
Of December, yeah.
20:30 CET. We will be back with the Group D event with the first leg. And yeah, let's see how this game works out here. Another non-flip for Delver. So he's really the Zagiranix Jonas today.
For English-speaking viewers, that show you nothing.
The show you nothing Jonas. The no-show Jonas.
No show.
Which was basically the saying if you didn't attend it and you went. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no show, yeah. And Delver flips. Oh my god.
Yeah, Delver flips now. Again, no play for Dominic. It seems like he got really mana screwed here.
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious what his hand looked like.
Probably full of removal and just waiting for the second colored source.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, it's okay.
And Chalice on 1.
So it
late
didn't water
Chalice
out
here,
the challenge at the chalice. That really means that.
and that's forced.
And here we saw that you must water it in the submerges, or the one submerge, which is a way to blank a knight to bounce it back to
And
his hand.
both him, and yeah, oh my god. Knight, the abrupt decay, assassin's trophy, plague engineer, everything, and just the second color source was what he missed.
Yeah, Oko Cable Pit.
Unfortunately.
Really unfortunate.
I will check into our backup match, and
yeah, I will go with you there. So yeah, unfortunately for Dominic, he had the same fate as Chino in our first group. He unfortunately went again. Yeah, 03. But yeah, we will now go to.
We will tune into the backup match. It's Daniel Pianos versus Manuel Danninger. It's Atlassian Rules versus Jan Hogaak.
Yeah, so we'll go there now. And okay, I will.
They are already in game 3.
I just have to reload.
So it's 1-1.
Okay. Whoops. Okay. Hopefully it works out now. Because for me it's Philip.
Yeah.
For you it shows both players, am I right?
It's I can only see. Yeah, it's the same for me.
Okay.
You have to leave Discord and go into Discord again. Leave the
okay.
Leave the group and then.
I did it, but did it work out for you?
I can. Probably wait. So maybe we will see now.
Did it work out for you, Philip?
It takes some time before it also has to take some time.
Okay. So, do you know how the players are currently?
They are 1-1. It's game 3.
Okay.
And I specifically asked Daniel if he's about to storm off.
Okay. I think he's just doing that. So maybe it isn't important how board state looks for Manuel Danninger if he is going off. So there's only the Veil of Summer that can protect him most likely. And yeah,
I'll try to get going for me, so at least
So
at least I can tell you what's going on.
So maybe you can ask Manuel if he can restart his video.
I can certainly do this. I see it now.
I see it now
see
too.
it now.
Okay.
Okay, that's great.
So we're back.
So we're back now.
So I will update the Cup live deck lists now for you guys.
And Manuel is attacking here.
Okay.
For a huge amount. Looks like really, really much.
I'm really curious if he. I mean, there is with that it should be only the past and flame line left, I would say. Just
not probably, yeah.
Because at
much
damage isn't really possible now.
I don't know how many damage he already has taken, but he has now taken 4, 6, 8, and what's this card? It's a Stitch Supply, I think. 9 and fetch 10, so he's at least at 10.
Okay. So yeah, it's 10. Yeah, but 10 isn't enough for it, Nauseam. And I think this is the turn you have to really try to go off. There isn't anything you can do. Okay.
Yeah, he has to go off. He can't
Wait another turn.
wait another turn. Yeah, he has lethal.
And yeah. I mean, I don't know that the cards left in Daninger's hand. But yeah, the win condition he has is Wheel of Summer, I would say.
A Wheel of Summer. Yeah, single Wheel of Summer here is probably enough.
And I think with how the boards did look, maybe
He's at least bluffing it.
yeah, I mean you have to bluff it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean there is the discussion in to going discard spell if you can discard spell into empty for 30 tokens or something like that. If there is the Whale of Summer on the side of Manuel, which would be a possibility, I would say. But here we have the Past in Flames now, and if Past in Flames resolves, he should get enough Storm to do whatever he wants. I mean,
Oh yeah.
at least it seems like there is a lot of rituals going on. And he still has the 2 petals left, so mana shouldn't be an issue either.
It's still not an easy way here to win.
Yeah, definitely. I think he... Let's see what he's searching up. Maybe an LED. So this acts as an...
It's a cattle ritual.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of LED because it would also net 3 mana. So it would be the same.
Yeah, but he can't flash it back if he decides to flash back the passing things.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
So maybe he really goes for a huge empty here.
I mean,
just to be sure to go around Whale of Summer.
It really depends what the last card is, what he casts. If he has to cast, yeah, it really depends now. And yeah, he casts the Duress first. That's good. And here is the Whale of Summer.
No Whale, so he can easily...
And that should net the win to Daniel Bernusch.
And there's the Tendrils.
Yeah.
So yeah, that game, it's 2-1 for Daniel.
So we have now 3 people at 6 points, am I right?
Oh yeah, it's the same like in the first group with 3 people on 6 points and 1 unfortunately with 0 points.
Yeah, but as we talked in group 1 or in group A, it's still possible to come back for Dominic, because you need 9 points to advance, and if one of these players goes 6-0 in his group and 2 players go, I think it's still possible, am I right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's still possible. You just need to get a 3-0.
Yeah, you need to get a 3-0. The first one need to, one of them need to 2-0, and yeah, I think it's possible, but I'm currently not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to be second to get into the elimination round. They don't have to win this.
Yeah, one of them has to go 2-1, so that he is at 4-2. You have to be at 3-3. One of them has to 2 of these have to draw or something like that. It's still possible. There are a few scenarios where Dominic still comes through and gets in with.
Oh yeah, let's go into the
commentator mode.
Oh yeah, sure.
So that our viewers can see our beautiful faces. And yeah, we are back here.
We are back. So we hope you had a nice evening. We hope you enjoyed the stream. And I think we will wrap it up here. We just want to give you our social media. So if you like what we do, just follow the Austrian Legacy League on Twitter. It's at Austrian_Legacy. And subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Just search for Austrian Legacy League on YouTube and subscribe. Would be great. so that we can at least have some followers there and some subscribers there. If you want to know more about the Austrian Legacy League, you can also find our website. It's austrian-legacy.com. And if you want to find me on social media, just on Twitter, it's @FinekMTG. It's PHINEKMTG. And also you can find Peter there. So Peter?
Yeah, you can find me right here on @UnicornLord, and the O in the Lord is a 0. And yeah, as we talked about before, on the left side on your screen, you see @response_legacy, which is the Twitter handle of the podcast Philip, Daniel, and I are currently doing. And yeah, you can check us out next week, Friday, the 11th December, 2030 CET, on Austrian_legacy on Twitch. We are doing the next group where Daniel will be
The second time. No, it's my turn this time to play in this tournament. I'm going to play my French shit combo file. This never gets old. And I love it. And I always play some kind of tier 3 to tier 4 strategies. I could play something more, but something real, but I love it. I just love it to crush streams, to crush people with decks that are underrated. And if you want to see some Black Death action, just tune in on 11th of December. And maybe we also have a little special stream in between. Just look out. We will announce it on Twitter. And we don't actually know now, but we have something in plan. We can't tell it at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. So I think this would be a good ending point for today.
We wrap it up.
Yeah. We hope you had a nice evening today. And yeah, see you definitely on the next stream, the Friday 11th December. Bye.
Bye.